50% of 35,000 is what? About 17 grand, 17.5.
Yep.
You can sell a $25,000 vehicle if it costs $17,500
and make more money than everybody else. Because at the end of the day, no one on the planet makes more money per car than Tesla. I've never seen anything like this before. That's something we've never seen before. I've never seen anything quite like this. I've never seen anything that looks like that. I've never seen anything like this before. This is good engineering. That's kind of amazing. This is what I like to see. That is not what I was expecting to see. This one is doing something magic. I'm astounded, and I think it's because Tesla's invented some new physics or something. This car is full of surprises. We pulled that off. We about peed our pants. Today is motor day. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with the inverter. This is one of the motors off the Tesla Model S Plaid. This is the inverter. Let's take this off and let's look at this. This, like the sign says, is the Model 3 front. This is the Model Y front. This is the Model 3 rear. And this is the Model Y rear. Now, for those of you who aren't engineers, this is good engineering. This is forward and backward compatible. This is what I like to see when I see products manufactured and designed and put in the hands of the people who are going to basically live with this, because quite frankly, every one of them can take the same inverter package. Let's move over here to the rotor. And I think the first thing that I want to do is give you an idea of something that really surprised me. This is the rotor, and you can see that it's got a wrap on it. The wrap is made out of carbon fiber, and this is what we would call a winding. It is just a bobbin basically, and it gets covered with carbon fiber and epoxy. It's a pre-preg, I'm sure, and when it's done, it's done. That's something we've never seen before, and that's kind of amazing. But then we put the green paper on here, and that is not what I was expecting to see. If you remember before, I was telling you that all of the different laminates are slightly skewed so that you don't get pulsing. This one is doing something magic. This is not skewed. This is in line, and I've driven that car quite a bit, and I detected no pulse whatsoever. I'm astounded, I guess would be the right word. I've never seen anything like this before on a high-speed, high-power motor, and I think it's because Tesla's invented some new physics or something. The laminates themselves. Now, I've never seen anything that looks like that. I've never seen anything like this before. I've never seen anything quite like this. All I know is that what we're looking in the way of Gauss equipment, or sorry, the Gauss of this is phenomenal in comparison to the Model 3 or the Model Y. We've just torn down the new Plaid electric motor.
Right.
And when I knew that they were wrapped in carbon fiber. Okay, that's an interesting idea, and it's good for making it lightweight, and it gives you a good air gap, and on and on. So there's a lot of, but when we cut inside, when we cut into it and we started looking at that electric motor, that is revolutionary.
Really?
Revolutionary. No one. I've seen electric motors for, eons. I'm an old guy. It's very seldom that I get surprised. When we cut that thing off and I looked inside and found out, first off, the first thing we did was we put green cloth on it, or green paper, to find out, where the lines are.
Right.
Well, guess what? This isn't offset. There's usually a clocking that you do for an electric motor. Okay. This one doesn't have it. And yet, when I drove it, I didn't feel pulse. None. This is revolutionary all by itself. I said, let's get that carbon fiber off. I want to see what's going on inside. We pulled that off. we about peed our pants, because you know what? This is not made. The what do you call them? The laminates are not made in one piece. That gives you a gap, which allows extra power, if you like, through the magnetics and whatnot that thing has. It's like I never seen it before. Actually, the actual laminates are heavier than what we normally see, and they're in the shape of a Star of David, like a Jewish star. I've never seen that before either. And the magnets themselves are about twice as powerful as the ones that were in the Model Y.
Wow.
Each magnet.
Wow.
And by the way, they're also glued together in one great big long bar. I mean, everything that you could ever saw about how to manufacture an electric motor has been changed revolutionarily. The only thing that's the same is the shaft in the center. Everything else is different. Now, I'm going to make a big prediction. I'm going to say that that's the motor they're going to stick into the Cybertruck. And the reason for that is because they can get so much more power out of it. It doesn't matter about high speed and things like that. This is just going to give a ton more money, more power. When Elon started talking about vertical integration and what he's doing, the general population basically said that's stupid. One of the guys that was making their presentations today said, we're dealing with Tier 6. These are guys that basically have gravel that they grind up. That's Tier 6. And Tesla is looking all the way down so they don't get caught in a situation where, you've got children in, Congo, scraping around with a trowel trying to get cobalt out of the ground. I mean, this kind of stuff, that shows real leadership and real humanity. You don't see too much of that when you've got I hate to say it, MBA kind of people. The day that Toyota with a D got sacked or pushed aside, whatever you want, that was the day that I changed my mind on. I figure that VW's got a lot of issues. I have no idea how they're going to pull out. I don't know how they're going to get any success. That's one. Toyota was right behind him with his stupid hydrogen shit. And when, what's his name came along, oh my gosh, I didn't realize there were so many anti-hydrogen.
50% of 35,000 is what? About 17 grand, 17.5.
Yep.
You can sell a $25,000 vehicle if it costs $17,500 to build.
And make more money than everybody else. Because at the end of the day, no one on the planet makes more money per car than Tesla.